Hello everybody and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kelsey and on this channel I like to talk about a lot of things, but mostly knitting, crochet, and whatever other craft activity has been occupying my mind throughout the interim period of time. Today's video is going to be an episode of a series on my channel, in so much as something can be a series if there's only two of them so far, including this one, but this is the goal in mind is that this will be an ongoing series, and that is a series I have titled WIP Roundup, where at the end of the month I go through all of my active WIPs and talk to you about the progress, when I intend on finishing them, how I intend on finishing them, so that when I discuss my upcoming plans for fall and whatever other time period that comes after that, you guys know what I have to finish first before I start fresh on new projects. This video I'm particularly excited because a lot of these are in really fun stages to talk about, and also I'm pulling some of them out of hibernation that I'm really excited to have the projects back on the needles and to be working on them again. I've also finished a couple things that have been looming over my shoulders, like just causing me a lot of stress because they were miserable to work on. There's a specific beanie I'm thinking about, but for my commentary on that, you'll have to tune into my wrap-up video for summer. So, without further ado, I have 5 project bags here today. And we're going to be discussing what is in each one of them. So let's start off with the one that is the closest to being done, and that is my step-by-step cardigan by Florence Miller. This is, I'm on the body ribbing right now. I fully believe I will finish the ribbing and bind off tomorrow night. It's currently Thursday, so I think I will spend my Friday evening with a little Moscow Mule and just get through this shit so I can be done. I had kind of hoped to finish the ribbing today, but I won't have time to work on it this evening because I'm actually going over to my friend Laura's house to help her build her loom. So if I'll take a picture of it because I'm excited on her behalf. I don't think I ever really want to work on a loom, but she has been going back and forth on like whether or not she should buy it because it is quite an investment for so long, and I'm so excited for her that she won't have to drive an hour to go use her relative's loom. That is going to prevent me from finishing this, I think, today. I am going to try and do a couple more rounds on the bottom, I think, but details. What is this made of? This is made out of Sorella yarns. It is from the Taylor Swift Eras collection. Part 2 is the colorway You're on Your Own Kid. And this I cast on last March. It is actually the first knitted garment I ever put on my needles, but I immediately got distracted by summer outfits and I ended up putting it in hibernation. Previously, I'd never allowed myself to like tuck something away one season and bring it back up. I'd always just been like, we gotta finish it as soon as I start it. Like, we can't tuck it away like that, otherwise it'll never get done. But this actually did build my confidence a little bit in the fact that, you know, if something becomes seasonally inappropriate, I will come back to it later to finish it because I really actually am so excited for this cardigan. I want it so bad. And for those of you who don't know, there is a new Taylor Swift album coming out next, technically it's Friday, but I am in mountain time, so it'll come out Thursday really late. So my goal has been to have this cardigan finished, blocked, and ready to wear by next Thursday night so I can take this and be all cuddled up and comfortable in it as I listen to the new Taylor Swift album with my friend for the first time. This is also the only time period in recent years in which I have convinced myself I'm going to dress up. This is going to be kind of a light costume for like work and whatever, I haven't gotten to the point in my life where there are events I'm going to that require intense costumes. So I had some yarn in stash from when I very first started crocheting, and I also had a pattern that I bought also when I first started crocheting. So I'm finally combining the two, and here is my progress. There's more progress, but they're just like a bunch of loose squares hidden around a bag. But I am making the Ada top by Kukuruku Crochet. I am doing it super off gauge. My squares are like 2 inches larger than they should be. So I am big, but I'm making the smallest size, and we're just gonna see how it works out. I figure that since it's sort of a granny square project, worst comes to worst, I add rows on the side and it'll work out fine. So because I'm making it so off gauge, there is like a lot of modifications. Like I said, I'm making the smallest size despite possibly being one of the larger sizes on the spectrum. And then also I will not be fucked to be crocheting ribbing anymore. Now that I know how to knit, I will be knitting the ribbing. So that is something I intend to work on once I finish my step-by-step cardigan against my will, because I do want to have it. I want to have it to wear for Halloween and going on to the future, but it is not, crocheting is just not something that's really captivating me right now. So it is something I have to make myself work on. But once it is done, it'll be done. It'll be done. So I'm behind schedule on this. I started in September with the intent on making a certain amount of squares each week. I'm like 3 weeks behind, so like not even, it's no bueno. So I think the week after next, I'm just going to dedicate myself to knitting all of these squares, to just making them all in 1 week, fuck up my hands, do whatever I need to do to get this to get caught up on this, and then join the squares and put it all together so that we are on like the home stretch for having it ready by Halloween. The yarn I'm making it out of is Hobby's Friend Cotton, whatever they call it DK. I think it's more of a worsted. Ravelry calls it a worsted. So that's what I would advise you. It's a DK worsted if you're going into this. The pattern calls for a lace weight, so up on the list is something I have to finish by next week. So this is what I'm trying to finish this week. This is what I will be trying to finish next week. And it is a hat I am making for my friend Maddie for her birthday. So Maddie, skip to the next time slot if you don't want to see your birthday presents, or assuming this video comes out before your birthday. Here is the band of the hat I am making for Maddie. It is a colorwork hat that I stopped mid-row on because my food was ready. It is the Fool for All Seasons hat. This is a free pattern. If you've ever met Maddie, which I presume you haven't, she has a vibrant aesthetic. I think she has described her style as wanting to look as like an I Spy book at all time. She has themed outfits. She's an artist, so she makes all of her own very intense, complicated jewelry. So I am making her a little hat that's sort of like a jester's hat. It's basically a rectangle that you'll seam at the top and then put balls on the corner. And I am making it in 3 colors. I have again, I don't know the names of these colorways, but it's Ella Ray Cashmerino Sport. I got this from a local yarn store. It is here in Utah. I got it from Willow Hill Yarn Company. It is obviously sport weight, and then the colorways. So this orange red color is tangerine. This white color is quartz. And then the yellow color I think is marigold. I'm not sure I think this one might be Starflower, but I'm not sure. I am not particularly concerned about finishing this by the deadline. It has been very fun to work on. I love color work. It's just whenever I'm stressed, it's like the perfect thing just to shut my mouth, shut my mind, not shut my mouth. I always be yapping no matter what. But it is like the perfect thing to just like focus because it's repetitive. It's just me counting over and over again through the different rounds and like double checking things and triple checking things. It's just a very thorough process and I just love it so much. Also, do you like my project bag? I made it using the Patil Knits marshmallow bag pattern. I like Batman and I love Robin, so I bought this fabric at Michael's and I made myself and my friend matching project bags. I also made this one too. I don't know. I didn't tell you that, but I also made this bag as well. So, the last active WIP is the socks I've been taking with me to work. They are Summerlee patterns. They are the Summerlee Cuff Club Volume 2 socks. They are the first ones. These are the first cables I've ever made, and I finally figured out how to make my long tail cast on looser. So, so these are made with obviously a mini, but the main color is Dymad Yarns. It's a local yarn company out of Ohio, I believe. And this colorway is based on the show Over the Garden Wall, and the colorway is called Your Eyes Are Beautiful. And then the mini is a Lovejoy Fibers mini that I believe is just Tangerine Dream. In the skein, the main color looked like it had a lot more orange mixed in. So that's why I chose the mini. I'm not sure how much I love the orange on these socks in like looking at them now, but they're socks, it doesn't really matter. And I'm planning on making a matching toe, so I think that'll probably add to the cohesion of it. I'm making these with the goal of having them finished by the time my friends and I do our annual Over the Garden Wall watch party. I have it on DVD and we get together and we have some fall snacks and we watch the mini series together. Then finally is a WIP that is not technically active right now, but will be very soon once I finish that step-by-step cardigan, and that is my King Salmon sweater by Caitlin Hunter. This is made using Wool Dreamers Moda and Junction Fiberworks Making Tracks DK. Technically this is a worsted weight pattern, but I knew having used the Moda before that more than likely it would work just fine on a worsted pattern. I did go up a needle size from the ones in the pattern. Here's the Junction Fiberworks I'm working with. Here are the two colorways I'm working with. This is my main color. This is my contract color. It should be a little bit low contrast, but I'm very excited about this color choice. I struggled so much when I was originally picking out colors. I ordered yarn, then I changed the color of the yarn, and then the contrast color, they didn't have the contrast color I originally asked for, so then I was just staring at the Making Tracks wall in the yarn store, and I just, it was a journey. It was a journey to pick out the yarn, but I'm so excited about this. I've definitely been in a purple mood. I used to be traumatized from the color purple because my ex, that was their favorite color, but I've since reclaimed it. There's quite a lot of purple entering my life at this point. This has purple. The Step by Step has purple in it. I recently bought a couple purple shirts. Then I will have my purple fish sweater. So it's all coming back around, ladies and gentlemen. We are reclaiming things. But yeah. So this sweater I am hoping to have done for the Fish Girl Fall make-along that is being hosted by Young Folk Knits. There are a couple things I will be making in tandem to this, but the date that I want this to be finished by or finished and blocked by is November 21st. So I want to have this for Thanksgiving. There will be other things that I'm sure I will end up working on, obviously, in the midst of that. But as for things that are currently cast on, this is next on deck. This is next up to bat, is the King Salmon sweater. That's all I've got actively going on. Yeah, I think the only thing I have that's hibernating right now, just till after Christmas, is a blanket that I will be making for my dad for his birthday. But other than that, we're kind of... I feel very good about the stage all of these projects are in, maybe minus my crochet Halloween top. I kind of wish I was a little bit more on schedule with that, but, you know, beggars can't be choosers. Some things have to give eventually. But I am so excited to finish up some of these, and I'm equally as excited that very soon I will be casting on some of my fall plans, or winding up balls and gauge swatching for some of my fall plans, because I'm very excited for a lot of them and I can't wait to share them with you. So that will probably be my next video, is me talking about things I haven't cast on yet that are my plans for the next couple months till the end of the year. And then after that, we should get a wrap-up video of everything I finished in summer. Yeah. So if you're interested in any of those upcoming videos, go ahead and subscribe, like this video, and if you have comment on anything I'm making, or if you have a question for me, or if you just generally have something you really need to say, go ahead and put it in the comment section down below. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I will endeavor to do the same so I can film another video for you guys in the future. Bye-bye.